Hi guys! So, welcome back again to another episode of Usapang Nursing with AntiGen. So, last time I had started a series of pharma talks. Ngayon, I'm not gonna start another series, but I would really want to share a journal I found about how H. pylori affects our brain in relation to peptic ulcer kasi nga ang peptic ulcer disease may be caused by infection by H. pylori or yung Helicobacter pylori. So this research is entitled The Study of Memory and Executive Dysfunction in Patients Infected with Helicobacter pylori, which is a neurological research done noong 2017. So this study is aimed to investigate yung memory and executive function ng H. pylori positive persons or patients na wala namang Alzheimer's or other marked cognitive diseases. So, isa siyang cross-sectional study wherein they had a total of 140 participants selected through purposive sampling na age 18 years old to 60 years old. So, this was done at Fayaz Baksh Hospital, Tehran in spring 2016. So, they assessed them through two tests of trail making or TMT and yung Wechsler Memory Scale 3rd edition. So, yung data na nakolect nila through that was analyzed through independent t-test and chi-square. So, with these methods done and accomplished, ang results of the study are as follows. Out of 140 patients, 84 patients or 60% ng pasyente suffered from H. pylori. Samantalang 56 naman out of the 140 patients, that is 40% were not infected by H. pylori. So ano ba ang nahanapan? So there was a significant difference between yung memory scores ng patients infected with Helicobacter pylori from those ng non-infected by it. Also, may significant difference in the executive ability ng pasyente with H. pylori, individuals between yung two age groups ng 20 to 50 years old and those above 50 years old. So, in conclusion, the results of the study showed na the infected patients have a lower cognitive performance compared to those na healthy individuals. In other words, Helicobacter pylori infected people have increased risk of memory and executive dysfunction. So with that, ano bang pwedeng maging importance nito sa pag-care natin in patients especially with PUD or peptic ulcer disease? Kasi nga, isang factor ng kung bakit nagkaroon ng PUD is yung infection from H. pylori. So while the infection sa patient natin has not yet cascaded into a cognitive disorder or Alzheimer's disease, as nurses caring for patients with PUD or peptic ulcer disease, we must be very keen and very firm sa pag-establish ng interventions natin, pag-render ng nursing interventions natin sa ating mga pasyente. How? We make sure that the patient eats yung prescribed diet na hindi siya or hindi siya mag-deviate sa diet na prescribe para sa kanya. Also, is to take yung medications niya regularly and on the right time, right route, ganun, na hindi siya mag-skip ng medications niya. Especially yung antibiotics kasi it helps kill yung H. pylori natin. Third na tayo, is to educate yung patient on what food to avoid and what food to eat. Also, what drinks to avoid and what drinks na pwede. Kasi nga, food and drinks na bawal mas lalo, ibinagbabawal kasi mas ini-increase yung gastric acid sa tiyan ng pasyente, which can worsen yung ating peptic ulcer. Also kasi some foods mas ini-irritate yung tiyan. E di, imbis na nag-heal yung tiyan, mas wino-worsen pa natin yung current condition ng ating stomach. So, ayun. Pero once yung ating PUD cascades na into a cognitive disorder or Alzheimer's, kailangan natin mas dagdagan pa yung care or interventions natin na ibibigay sa pasyente. So, such as yung reducing yung frustrations niya, mas lalo pag napapansin niya na parang may nag-iba sa memory and executive function niya as a person. Also is, pag ganun na napapansin natin na there is memory and executive deficits or dysfunction, make sure to provide simple instructions, also provide a safe environment, and also make sure na involve mo pa rin yung pasyente sa care niya. So, to make sure, it's also part of reducing yung frustrations niya mas lalo if yun nga napapansin niya na nag-recede yung memory and executive functions niya. We still involve him kasi yung care na yon is for him, and I believe naman all patients would want a part in how they care for themselves. Tapos, syempre, continue on yung nursing care natin, yung initial care natin na binibigay for his or her peptic ulcer disease. Para sa ganon, we resolve both na maiwasan pa yung further cascading into cognitive disorders and ma-improve din or matreat yung PUD niya. Now, with those, ano pa bang significance nitong study in our nursing course and as nurses and in the field, the wide array of field na sinasakop ng nursing. In education, while PUD may be a common disease, its commonality does not dismiss the fact na it can lead to effects that may be dangerous to the body. In this case, yung brain natin. So thus, it is vital that at the university proper or sa university pa lang, habang pinag-aaralan pa lang, is students are made aware of these complications and that these complications of PUD are well discussed and given emphasis in lectures and even in RTEs. In return demo, kung may mga skills na needed for the care of patients with PUD, they must be taken seriously both by the instructor and the student, syempre, in order to treat the patient better. Make sure na while doing the return demo, talagang it is as if that you are in the area really caring for a patient with PUD. Also, for practice naman, with that education na natutunan mo sa school, tutunan mo sa university, put it into practice na kung nasa real setting ka. So in practice, as said, despite the commonality of PUD, as nurses in practice, we must ensure that interventions for PUD are well delivered and not half-baked. We must monitor closely our patient and add neurological assessment in when assessing PUD patients, especially with this study na it cascades also pala to cognitive deficits or cognitive disorders. Also, ayun nga, ensure na laging nade-deliver ng maayos ang interventions kasi it helps na quality interventions are given, especially in the treatment ng kahit anumang sakit, not just PUD. In the field of research naman, we may seek new ways to improve yung prior interventions natin for PUD para mas ma-better pa yung condition ng patients with peptic ulcer disease. Ano pa ba pwedeng natin dagdag sa intervention ng prescribing a diet na for them? Ano pa pwedeng dagdag sa administration of antibiotics, regular or compliance to medications, mga ganong bagay. And then, also may research or study more on ways on how to prevent na people be infected by H. pylori. Kung, yun nga, kasi nga mostly nanggagaling yan sa contaminated food, minsan contaminated yung hands natin and then we eat. Now, we can add more ways aside from hand washing. What ways can there be na pwede pa nating maiwasan para hindi na siya mag-lead to peptic ulcer disease and then cascading to a cognitive disorder. So, yun nga, prevention is better than cure. So, we can research more ways into preventing peptic ulcer disease. And so, ayun guys, that is my journal, or that is the journal I wanted to share here in the episode of Usapang Nursing. I hope you tune in for more. I'll be sharing as much as I can, and I hope I don't overwhelm you with details. I hope I have given it simply as I can. So, ayun guys, tune in for more episodes, and see you in my next vlog. Bye-bye!